Yo, what's up? What's up, man? I'm gonna shave. I'm gonna shave probably like 2 days from now. I'm gonna shave though. Get a whole new cut. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna shave. You're gonna shave it down. Or my thing grow real quick, bro. Real quick. If I don't shave done in like 2 months, you know, I grow a beard real quick. Grow a beard real quick. Top of the week, man. Top of the Monday. Top of the Monday, what's going on with the good people of YouTube? Top of the Monday. It's your boy KVon. I'm in the building. Y'all hit that like button as y'all wake up. 6 something in the morning. You know. What y'all on, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all see the picture. P. Diddy for the weekend. We finally got photos of Diddy, which we ain't had in close to a year. The last time we seen Diddy was around September. So this is our first picture of Diddy in over a year. As you can see, Diddy got the gray hairs going. Diddy is smiling. Diddy is happy. And I seen a post of this picture, right? And then I go to the comments to see what people say in the comments. And they're like, why is Diddy smiling? Why is Diddy happy? Why is Diddy so? They don't get it, man. They don't get it. When Diddy was at MDC, he couldn't walk around. It was none of this. You know what I'm saying? He was locked down. Now Diddy's at Fort Dix, so he gets freedom. He gets to talk to other inmates. That's one step from him walking out that prison doors. This is a step closer for Diddy, and he knows it. That's why he's happy. Diddy is happy because he know he's not gonna do that whole 3 years. He's probably gonna do a year and a half, and he's out of there. That's why he's happy. He know I'm out of here. I'm walking around now. I could walk around. It's been over a year, since he probably could have walked and do what he do. He got more freedom to walk around, to talk with other inmates. You know what I'm saying? That is a lot of freedom for where he came from. From what Diddy came from, that is a lot of freedom for him. To do this, to walk the yard and do all that, that's a whole lot of weight for you know. All right. Now, I'm a millionaire. I'm rich. Let me talk with the folks. Talk with the jail folks, man. Maybe that could humble me. And, because I'm going to get out of here. That's in Diddy's mind. I'm out of here in a few. In a few months, I'm out of here. So let me build with the folks, you know, and learn something from them where I could take with me outside in the world and be a better person. So Diddy should use this time to be a better person, yo. Cause you're gonna be back out. We get it. You know what I'm saying? The headlines died down. You know what I mean? Diddy's serving his time now. The headlines is down. You know, ain't nothing left to do. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up? What's up, y'all? Hit that like button, man. Appreciate y'all for coming in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? We going strong, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. You know, you one step closer. But you get out. You gonna go back to the freak offs. You gonna go back to the same mistakes. You gonna be a better person. That that's your decision. The decision is on you to be a better person. You gonna change your life, or you know what I'm saying? Or you gonna come out and be the same diddler that we know you as for 30 years? 30 years? 30 years, nobody told you no. In 30 years, I mean, you could imagine you having the world in your palm for 30 years, nobody telling you no. You screwing over everybody you want. You sleeping with anybody you want. You know what I'm saying? You throwing lavish parties. You got yachts. You got mansions. That becomes a lifestyle. After a decade or two, 2 decades, you feel untouchable. That's you know, that's Diddy whole thing. He felt untouchable. Diddy felt untouchable. You know what I'm saying? Uh, It's a humbling experience, man. For him and for me. He felt untouchable, bro. All that power, nobody really tell you no. All that power, you're gonna feel untouchable at some point. To the point where you're gonna try stuff that's go against the law. Because you're untouchable. You're above the law. That's what you think. You're above the law. And they are. Celebrities are above the law until they get that umbrella protection taken away. Diddy got his umbrella of protection taken away. And Jay-Z still got his. And you know what I mean? Lil Durk got his taken away. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that umbrella protection lets you do what you want. Now when you cross the higher ups, you cross the elites, they take it away, and that's it. He didn't get enough jail time. He got enough jail time for me, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a freak. How much jail time do you want Diddy to have? 10 years? 20 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, Diddy shouldn't have been in jail. That's my thing. He shouldn't have been in jail, period. Cassie got paid off. It wasn't no victims. They're always living a lavish lifestyle. So what are we talking about? Where was the victims? There was all us grown adults. Nobody was trafficked. So you know what I'm saying? So Diddy should not have been in jail, period. What he does in his bedroom is what he does in his bedroom. How how many people live a lifestyle worse than Diddy? Your politicians, your mayors, your lawyers, your bankers. They do worse than Diddy. They do worse than Diddy. But not one of them want the bankers in jail. Yeah. Okay, if Diddy go to jail, they all need to go to jail. Donald Trump needs to go to jail too. The Epstein file, the Epstein list. Donald Trump is on that list. Donald Trump was doing sexual deviancy. So if Diddy need to go to jail, Trump needs to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Let's be fair. Let's be fair, bro. They did worse than what Diddy did. But it's easy to pick on somebody, you know what I mean? It's easy to pick on them. Going against the powers to be. Y'all want to stay away from that. Yeah, all of them. Exactly. Don't just say Diddy. They did worse than what Diddy ever did. They did way worse, bro. So if, you know what I mean, drain the swamp, as Trump say, drain the swamp. So they all got to go. Trump was charged with sexual misconduct. Donald Trump was charged with sexual misconduct. A woman on a plane said Donald Trump sexually abused her on a flight. He became president. He became president. A woman said Donald Trump sexually abused her on a flight. Donald Trump has convictions for sexual misconduct. He became president. So don't try to come in here with that picking on a small Diddy. Nah, I want the whole thing. Let's start at the top. Let's start with the president. How about that? Let's start there. Know what I'm saying? That's not cutting no corners, bro. Okay, we want to do that. Then let's start at the top. That's where I'm from. Let's start at the top. Donald Trump got sexual misconduct charges. A woman said he violated her and she never got justice for it. She never got justice for it. But he became president. That same president, a judge had to tell that president, feed the American people. A president of the United States, a judge had to force you to feed the American people. Don't starve the American people with that EBT stuff. It's unconstitutional for you to cut their benefits. A judge had to force an American president to be a human and not starve the people. Come on, gang. You know what I'm saying? There's people out here worse than Diddy. There's presidents out here ready to starve the people. And y'all voted for a president who's ready to starve y'all. And y'all think Diddy's the worst? I beg to differ. Come on, man. I beg to differ. Diddy's not the problem. We have a sitting president ready to force and starve the people, where the benefits, it have nothing to do with him. He didn't start this benefit program. That was started by Congress for the people. So come on, gang. Diddy is guilty as many others. Yes, Diddy is guilty, of course. But he shouldn't be the only one in the jail cell. That's what I'm saying. He shouldn't be the only one there. It's people that was at this freak-offs. Why ain't Cassidy in the jail cell? Cassidy was the one arranging the freak-offs. Ain't she, ain't Cassidy number 2 to the operation? If Diddy's number 1, Cassidy's number 2. Cassidy is accomplice. You know what I'm saying? Cassidy is accomplice. Cassidy was making the calls. Cassidy was doing this. Cassidy was doing that. Cassidy got paid out. Cassidy was making sure the prostitutes came in. Cassidy was an accomplice to the crime also. So why ain't Cassidy in jail? She got paid out. Cassidy took the money as a bribe, and she was still allowed to be on the stand and still, and still, come on, man. How was she allowed? How was her statements on the stand admissible in court when she took the money as a bribe? Before the trial even started, Cassidy tainted the whole trial by taking the money. You cannot take the money from a suspect and then go on trial. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cassie took the money. Let's talk about that. Cassie took the money. And then when they testified against him, her testimony should have been admissible in a court. Right or wrong? Cassie's testimony should not have been allowed in the court. It should have been tossed out. You took money. You and him was doing dealings. That's tainted all around. The whole case should have been thrown out. Why was this case allowed to go forward when the star witness took a $20 million bribe? Why? Why was it over? Why was this case allowed to go? This should have been a mistrial all across the board. All across the board. You take 10 million? 10 million from a suspect? Okay, we're not talking $20. We are not talking $20. We're talking 10 million Cassie took and had the nerve to go and testify. And this held up in court after she took. Come on, man. Come on, man. That whole thing should have been thrown out. It should have been thrown out from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So when it's wrongdoing, bro, I got to speak on it. Even though it might not be popular to y'all, I still got to speak the real. This is KV on TV. Go look at my description. Go look at my description. Unfiltered talk spoken from a realist. I had that description for damn near 10, 13 years. I'm giving y'all a warning. Unfiltered talk spoken from a realist. It's going to be unfiltered spoken from a realist, bro. From a realist point of view. I ain't going to hold nothing back. And I'm still monetized. What's up? I'm still monetized. You know, I ain't got to cuss. I ain't got to speak vulgar language, but it's going to be unfiltered talk. It's going to be real. It's going to be real, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? She took the money, bro. Don't eat at restaurants. Man, I don't eat at restaurants, man. I eat at home cooked, man. I cook home cooked meals, brother. I cook for me. I eat for me. I don't eat at restaurants anyway. You know the the food prices is crazy high. Yo, one of these restaurants, bro, like my nephew was telling me, because he worked for Amazon. So my nephew was telling me that he ordered food from a restaurant and the tax was $30. $30 taxes. Not okay, you got the food price, but the tax after is $30. Like they are scamming us, bro. Like $30 tax, bro. Like, come on, man. Like that's what we got to deal with in this capitalist society, bro. They taxing us left and right. ATM fees going up crazy. ATM fees damn near $5, $6 to take your money out. You got to pay $5, $6 ATM fees. Taxes on the food, damn near $30. In one restaurant, he was telling me, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm telling y'all, man, it's a rough time, bro. It's a rough time we living in, man. It's a rough time, bro. Just watch around you, bro. They raising the price of food. You know what I'm saying? They raising the price of food, the price of living, everything, bro. So you gotta be creative. You know what I'm saying? On how to get your money, bro. It's real out here. This ain't no game, bro. This ain't no game. Four dicks. Four dicks is crazy, bro. Four dicks is crazy. Yeah, that's a crazy name to be. Some people said Diddy feel right at home. He said Diddy feel right at home. That's why he's smiling. Because them freak offs is coming back. The diddler is back. The diddler is coming. He'll be back by the end of 2026, man. I'm calling it. Diddy will be home by the end of 2026. I say November 2026, the beginning of 2027, the diddler will be back. He will be back, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, people, it's real quiet now. They ain't talking about Diddy no more. They know Diddy gonna come back on the scene. And when he come back on the scene, people love messy drama and they love the villain. So anything Diddy touch when he comes back out, it's gonna go super triple viral. Because they want to hear him speak on this. They want to hear Diddy speak on this case as a free man. That's gonna go, you know what I'm saying? People gonna come back out and they're gonna deal with him again. It's just the truth. They're gonna deal with him. Why? Because he did his time, and he's still a powerful man. He still have assets that's been on hold for like 3, 4. You know what I mean? 3, 4 years. Dust that off. He's back, bro. Telling you, them book deals, the movies, the documentaries. The he's just sitting there thinking, how can I come back? Very easy. Master media, conquer the media, put your face back out there. Everybody gonna be talking. Everybody gonna be talking. It's not hard, bro. Pop back out. Yeah, but this dude like actual Riley tripping. Yeah, I'm tripping, man. Yeah, but they tried, bro. They tried to get that man a life sentence. I was like, yo, if Diddy get a life sentence, bro, I'm I'm, I'm like, it's over for everybody, bro. You know what I mean? That was what that whole thing was about, bro. If they get this man life, it's over for everybody, bro. Cause all he did was have sex, bro. Having sex in your own bedroom, bro. You hiring this and that to do this that could give you a life sentence. It's over for everybody, bro. That's why the jurors got it right, bro. The jurors got it right. The jurors got it right, bro. Not guilty, bro. They got it right. And anybody who said Diddy deserved a life sentence and he should have been guilty of the, I'm like, how? How? She took the money. They took the money. They was loving a lifestyle. They went back to Diddy. They went back. They went back. They seek him out. Cassie, 50 Cent baby mother, Dawn Richards, all of them who's trying to get money out Diddy, they seek him out, bro. They were seeking him, bro. Talking about I mean, even the Kid Cudi, yo man, he blew up Kid Cudi car. How? They ain't find no evidence. He was not guilty for that. So I mean, just trying to throw everything, trying to make something stick. Oh, Diddy blew up his car. Diddy did this. Diddy did that. Throwing everything at the wall, trying to see what sticks. None of it stuck, bro. Nothing. Nothing stuck. But they had to two punk transportation. I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? They have to find out for something. They can't say not guilty for everything. The lesser charge. Half the people, yeah, no, but not even in a live stream. Half the people on IG who, who does pop outs, who does meetups with shorties. You on IG, you see a nice Instagram girl. You know what I mean? Might send a DM. You know what I mean? You might send a plane ticket. You fly her out. Guess what you just did? You guilty of the Man Act. You fly a shorty out from IG. You fly a shorty out from anywhere. You are guilty of the Man Act. That's what Diddy did. He flew them out. That's what they got him for. Transportation and prostitution. So if that's the case, we're all guilty of the Man Act. Because I don't met shorties and different, you know what I mean? Brung them here and what, am I guilty of the Man Act too? If that's the case, so they got to define that better. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. If that's the case, we're all guilty of it. Females too. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You put her on a plane. You transport across state lines. You're guilty of the Man Act. That's what they got Diddy for. And everybody's still doing it till this day. Everybody is flying them out, doing this, doing that. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't stop with Diddy. It still goes on. But they just have to, punish somebody. But it's still going on now. OnlyFans meetups, IG flyouts. Come on, man. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, man? Like, seriously, what are we doing here, man? But that's how this whole case was. We're gonna get him for something, bro. We're gonna get him for something. Let's get him for something. What can we get him for? Hey, we can't get him for this. Can't get him for that. All right, so prostitution and all that. And then, they tried to hit him with 13 years, 10 plus years. Like, bro, you see how they was trying to get him? 10 plus years, 13 years. The judge pumped his brakes and said, nah, bro. Y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. The judge was pumping The prosecution breaks at every chance, bro. It's like, nah, y'all doing too much. Like 4 years. You know what I mean? 2 years on each charge. You know what I'm saying? That's fair. 2 years on each charge. Okay. And then he got time served. So it's actually 3 years. So he got 3 years. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. They got the main one that thought he was untouchable. You gotta show him that everybody's time is coming. Yeah, they got him untouchable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was their point, bro. We ain't gonna get the regular people who's doing it every day. We're gonna get a famous person, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna, try to extract this law using him as a catalyst. And they see it's a gray area. You really can't get no RICO off the Mann Act. They tried. They tried to see, can we get a RICO conviction off the Mann Act? Can we throw somebody in prison for life off the Mann Act? That was the whole lesson here. You know what I'm saying? The judge said, nope, you can't. The judge said, nah, can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to fall back from it. They're going to leave it alone. So y'all wonder why nobody else, they leaving it alone. Diddy was the catalyst of it. Diddy was the test subject. Can we get a life conviction? Because it was going hard, bro. It was going hard. They said we got baby oil. We got videos. We got this. We got that. We got him for life. Even the mainstream media, they're like, yo, Diddy about to go to jail for life. Everybody was celebrating. Everybody's celebrating me. I'm like this. I'm just watching. Like, look at these suckers. Jail for life? For what? Being a freak? If that's the case, America was founded on being a freak. You know what I'm saying? America was founded on sexual debauchery, man. 100%. This is America founding. So I'm like, look at this. Look at these hypocrites. They want to punish a man for something that they stand on. They push. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, ain't no way he gonna get it. I'm like, people is ignorant. They're like, oh, he gonna get life. Nope, he's not. He ain't gonna get life. You know what I'm saying? How? How he's gonna get life? That doesn't warrant a life sentence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it doesn't. You know what I mean? Who is what? Who is that? That's Diddy. Nah, that's Diddy. He's an old man smiling. That old man is Diddy. Dad, he aged horrible, right? That's crazy. Diddy aged horrible, right? Yeah, man. That gray hair, he gonna come out looking like 80. He gonna age. Oh man, bro. What is this stream about? The stream is about, you know what I'm saying? Diddy's first picture. We didn't see Diddy in about a year. Diddy pictures surfaced over the weekend. TMZ, all of them, they got pictures of Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And that is Diddy right there. Smiling. The smiling guy, that's Diddy. That's Diddy, who we ain't seen over a year. Yep, look totally different. Yeah, that's P. Diddy. The first pictures of P. Diddy. You know, these are the first official pictures of Diddy. You know, the pictures we had of Diddy was the cartoon sketches and Diddy in court. Is over now. Them sketches and them court days is over. Diddy is one step to being free. So he's walking around the jail now. You know, he gets more freedom. You know, he gets to be outside. He gets to breathe air now. So he gets to talk with other inmates now. So, you know, you're going to get more pictures of Diddy as he gets closer to release. And as he get closer to release. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. I got to keep on moving. Can't nobody take my pride. Yeah, shit, he might as well run for president. You know, he got all the qualifications. He got Diddy got all the qualifications for running for president. Be a freak. Be a freak. Bill Clinton, Trump, they're always freaks. Bill Clinton getting head in the Oval Office. Disrespectful. Disrespectful. Bill Clinton getting head in the Oval Office. Trump, tell him, grab him by the, you know, hey man, Diddy in the right place to run for president. Be a freak. All the qualifications. He got all the qualifications. They say Diddy has something to do with Tupac. That's been a rumor for years, for decades. I say years. That's been a rumor for decades, bro. Diddy has something to do with Tupac. And Suge has something to do with Biggie. It makes a lot of sense. Those are the two players. Biggie and Tupac, they were still young. They ain't really had the power. So you gotta ask yourself, who around them had the power? Diddy, Suge. They had the power. They had the money to move things. They was directing the traffic, if you know what I mean. They was the players. They was the shot callers. They was the puppeteers. Biggie and Tupac was just looking for money, you know, looking to put their name out. But, you know, Suge and Diddy had a beef that goes way back, way past California. It goes to ATL, where one of Suge Knight's entourage got killed and such. Bloodshed between Suge and Diddy was playing out while Pac and Big is trying to rap, is trying to be legendary, be great. But, you know, the powers to be, they didn't want to, you know, they didn't want to let that play out. So, did Diddy have something to do with? Of course. Of course, if you look at it, and then you flip to the other side. Did Suge have something to do with? Of course. You look at it. That's why they where they at now. That's why they where they at now. The world is round for a reason. The world is round for a reason. It come back around though. It come back around. Yeah, let me get you out of here, homie. The world is round for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Look how it come back around though. You know, but Diddy ain't really get punished though. But Suge Knight got over 20 some joints, 20 some years. Diddy got a slight graze. You know, Diddy gonna come out wounded. You know what I'm saying? But he got grazed. Diddy got grazed. Suge Knight felt it. But look how it come around though. You know, they was talking about the death row chains. Put a bounty on the death row chains. It start there. You know, I mean, you want to do your investigation. Death row chains had a bounty on it. One of the death row employees got his chain took in the mall. The Tyson fight, one of the employees at death row seen the guy who took his chain. It happened to be Lane. Happened to be Lane. And then Lane happened to get stomped out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, start there. I think the Tupac song was a trigger. Nah, it's just a song. Nah, that song was just Suge Knight telling Tupac, yo, Tupac, I know you don't got beef with everybody in the East Coast. Just make that song address beef with. That's all that was. Hit him up was that. But it was, you know, it was past a song. It was past a song. Yeah, Overwatch. It was past the song, bro. It was, you know, it was things in play. It was gonna happen anyway. You know what I'm saying? It was gonna happen anyway. Them bounties was out, bro. Them bounties was out. They had a bounty on Biggie too. Biggie, uh, Biggie and Puff. They had a bounty on them. They had a bounty on Sugar and Pac. Keefy D said he went to collect. So, you know, that's how Keefy D is also, you know, putting himself at the scene of the murder. Not only, he did that more than once. Keefy D got tricked in the interview. In the interview, I think it was All the Dialogue or one of these, yeah, I think it was All the Dialogue or who else? What's the other guy? One of these bloggers. They they asked Keefy D, they said, Keefy D, Mike Tyson said he only need 1 minute in the room with Tupac's killer. What you think about that? Keefy D so stupid that he implicated himself as the killer. He said, I only need about 10 seconds with Mike Tyson, and he did this. Oh, you know what I mean? Only need 10 seconds with you, B. So if y'all don't get it, what I just said, the blogger said Mike Tyson said he only need 1 minute in a room with Tupac's killer. Then Keefy D answered as Tupac's killer and said, I only need 10 seconds with you, B. And he did that, in a sense of a trigger, pulling the triggers, saying, I ain't gonna fight you, I'm gonna shoot you. So he answered as Tupac's killer. I'm like, look at this idiot. And look where he's at now. Locked up, Tupac's murder. And he's on social media saying he is the guy who did it. Snoop Dogg said the song was dangerous. He didn't like that song, was practically. Snoop Dogg, man, listen, man. Snoop Dogg is a slippery, slippery weasel, man. Snoop Dogg is slippery, bro. Snoop Dogg was calling Biggie's hotel trying to find out where Biggie was at while Biggie was in California. Snoop Dogg was trying to get the drop on Biggie too, because I got to think about it. When Snoop Dogg was in New York, Biggie got on the radio and he said something to the point where Snoop Dogg got his bungalow shot up in Brooklyn. Snoop Dogg was out here and Biggie ain't like that. So Biggie got on the radio and said something and Snoop Dogg got his thing shot up. So Snoop Dogg always felt the way about Biggie, no matter what. So once Snoop Dogg seen Biggie was on the West Coast, Snoop Dogg was trying to get big, you know what I mean? Trying to get Biggie location, bro. Snoop Dogg is, you know what I'm saying? And Snoop Dogg was playing both sides. Snoop was playing both sides. He fake rock with Biggie, then he fake rock with Pac. You know what I'm saying? So Snoop was playing both sides, man. Snoop was playing both sides of the coin. Snoop was looking for Biggie's location, bro. Snoop, you know what I mean? Snoop wanted that get back for his stuff getting shot up in New York. Snoop wanted get back, bro. Yeah. Yeah, man. Biggie got his thing hit up, allegedly. Snoop said he want to get back. Yo, what's up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Mr. Nobody. What up? What up, y'all? Hit that like button as y'all come into the building, man. We got 52 people in the building. 52. What's up with y'all, man? Where y'all thugging from, man? Where y'all from, man? We got the first pictures of Diddy surfacing over the weekend. Over the weekend, TMZ posted pictures of Diddy. I don't know how they got it. It must have been somebody with a cell phone inside this prison. Could have been a guard. But I don't know how they got this picture here. And they send it out to the world. Remember, we couldn't have pictures when Diddy was in MDC. That's a federal prison. It was totally strict. Now Diddy is not under strict, like he's not under strict supervision anymore. Diddy is not under strict supervision. He's at Fort Dix, so the pictures are gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? ATL, shout out to ATL. ATL is a new mega city right now. ATL is on fire. Everybody moving to ATL and they blowing up the place. You know what I'm saying? They putting that place on the map. Shout out to ATL, man. Salute to y'all, man. Salute to the world. We worldwide with it, man. Worldwide Willies, man. I got Make Move tatted on my stomach for a reason. I got Make Move tatted on my stomach, and I got Make Moves tatted on my arm for a reason. We make moves worldwide, man. We do this. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to everybody who my Make Move worldwide Willies, man. It's the whole gang of us. And we all got that Make Move tattoo, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of us, man. We make move worldwide, man. We ain't together no more. We branded out. Some is dead. Some is in jail. Some is raising families. You know what I'm saying? But we all started on St. John's and Nostrand, man. St. John's and Nostrand is where, you know what I'm saying? The foundation. We're at Worldwide St. John's, B. So you know what it is, man. Shout out to all y'all, man. We still here though. Brooklyn still here. 718. It's in the name. You see it. 718 Cave, baby. You know what I'm saying? I take 718 everywhere I go. 718 is tatted on me. 718. It's all on me, baby. We got that 718, but we also got the zone with it. So it's 718 zone in here. You know what I mean? We rep that 718 zone for real, man. We really do that, man. It's in the name, but it's also on me. 718 zone, man. That's for real, for real. So, shout out to everybody, man. Make move worldwide Willies, you heard? Never forget it, man. Worldwide St. John's, you know what I'm saying? Place where Biggie came through. We had Hova came through. All of the legends came through, man. Came through St. John's, man. Rubbing elbows with them, man. Ask about Hov. He put it in his songs. Ask about Biggie. They put it in his songs, man. That block, man. That Nostrand block. That St. John's block. They put it in their songs. Because they been out there, man. We was out there when it was alive, kicking up dust. Before Jay was who he was. He was Iceberg Slim, man. Iceberg Slim, the most shady, man. I know Jay-Z nephew, man. This goes way back. Iceberg Slim pulling up on Nostrand, man. Before he became famous, man. Because he wasn't famous at the time. Big was. But Jay wasn't famous yet. Jay was getting there. Iceberg Slim was getting there. He wasn't there yet. Jigga was getting there. That's a Jigga. Iceberg Slim. Jigga. It wasn't no Jay-Z Hove. It was Jigga. Nostrand in Brooklyn. Yes, sir. Shout out to all the blocks, man. Blocks, man. We ran through there, man. Nostrand in St. John's, man. You know what I mean? You got Franklin Avenue, man. You got St. Mark's. Got Brownsville. Flatbush. Red Hook. Shout out to the whole boroughs, man. All the boroughs, man. Best Style. You know, Flathead. Who was that? A person? Flathead. It, well, my era was, before, my era was before, what they call that thing now? Before gentrification. The real Nostrum. The real Flat, the real Franklin. You know what I'm saying? Before, before it got gentrified, I'm talking about Flathead, a reggae artist? Nah. Probably by Face, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people by Face, man. You know. But yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we still in Brooklyn, man. Brooklyn is a huge place. It's still places that I never visited in Brooklyn, bro. I got no reason to be there. So if I ain't got no reason to be there, I ain't there. You know what I'm saying? I love my city, man. New York City, man, but a reggae artist, Flathead, never heard of him. Flathead. Well, you're a screwdriver? Flathead screwdriver? Yeah, but like MTV used to they block parties, man, on Franklin and St. James, man. Franklin and St. James. MTV used to pull up, had their cameras out. You had stars, you had artists performing there. Like, come on, son. Love my city, man. Pack it up. Yeah, I'm gonna pack you out, man. To pack you up. Pack you up and roll you out. Gonna roll you out of here. Pack it up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But ATL, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to all the cities out here, man. That's popping, man. Cities is everybody just doing their thing, man. No one city is the Mecca. And that's what I like. Everybody doing their own thing, bro. And I like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we started it. And you know what I mean? We started it and we let everybody, what I'm saying, do their thing. I love the South music. I love West Coast music. I love every type of music, bro. I'm saying, I ain't biased because I'm on the East Coast, and I ain't biased because I'm in New York. Nah, bro. If you dope, you fly, you gonna get your props. You come to New York and you fly, you performing, you kicking that ish, they gonna rock with you. They gonna rock with you, man. That's one thing about New York, man. If you know what I mean, you doing it right, we gonna show you love all across the board. That's why y'all was able to, you know what I'm saying? Do y'all thing. Showed y'all love. Y'all was rocking. But then I got a Baby made a statement at the verses that nobody checked, bro. Baby said he was the first one to do this jewelry stuff. Baby said I was the first one to wear this gold. Nobody corrected Baby at the verses, bro. Bro, you talking Slick Rick, bro. You talking Rock Kim, bro. These dudes had big pieces, bro. Before Cash Money was on the scene, bro. New York was already wearing that gold, bro. We already had that. And that's just the ones that's famous. We was been rocking that jewelry stuff, baby. What are you talking about? You was the first one with this jewelry and all this stuff, bro. That's what I don't like with, you know what I mean? Because now they want to rewrite history, bro. rewrite history, bro. Now they want to rewrite history. New York was the first one with them big dookie chains, bro. Nobody was doing it, bro. Rakim. So Baby said he did it before Rakim. Baby, you did it before Slick Rick. Nobody had the nobody checked Baby on that. He said he was the first. Come on, bro. Before Slick Rick, bro. You did it bigger than Slick Rick. Come on, gang. What are you talking about, man? They want to rewrite history, man. We, New York, is the trendsetters, bro. We letting y'all live. But don't come and try to rewrite history and say you was the first to do this. You was the first to do that. Before the South even got a buzz, before the South was even making noise, we had to do it first. New York had to do it first, bro. So y'all could know what rap is. Y'all didn't know what rapping was, bro. Before we put it on the map. So y'all took from us. Pay homage, man. Don't say you was the first. Because now I gotta call you wrong, bro. You coming on, you going on a versus stage, saying you was the first to rock all this jewelry, bro. Come on, bro. You ain't did your hip-hop history, homie? Baby? You ain't did your hip-hop history, man? Come on, man. Them dookie chains was out here, bro. Chains down to their dick, man. You know what I mean? Excuse my language. Chains hanging down to their scrotum. Chains banging glass tables, man. Come on, man. And that's the regular people out here that I seen with the big chains. And that's before Cash Money was famous, bro. Big chains was out here in Brooklyn, bro. Big dookie chains, right? Them dookie chains, bro. Them thick ones. Come on, son. How you started that, baby? How? You ain't started that, man. It's, you know what I mean? It's like a second chance for humanity to rewrite our story. Yeah, man, they want to rewrite it and they want to change history. Don't change it. Like, don't try to change it, bro. Cause now you out here, you know what I'm saying? You out here faking, baby. You wasn't the first, bro. You wasn't the first, man. I gotta correct you on that. Gotta correct you on that, man. Gotta correct you on that. Do your homework on that. You wasn't the first on that. I thought Jamaicans started it first. Jamaica started it first. But I'm talking about who put it on the map, bro. Like who put it in the front of the cameras first? You know, Jamaicans probably did start it first. But who put it on the map, son? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, who put it on the map first? New York, bro. Like, when you think of gold, bro, you think of jewelry, bro, what comes to your mind? Slick Rick, bro. And we talking about the early 80s, bro. Early 80s. Early 90s. Way before Cash Money. Way before Baby, bro. Slick Rick. Ghostface in them. Like even Wu-Tang. They came out, what, 92, 93? They had jewelry before Cash Money. Cash Money came out like, what, 96, 97? If even. Cash Money probably came out like 96, bro. We talking Wu-Tang, 93, 94. Jewelry. Slick Rick. 80s, early 90s. Rakim and all of them had they fly pieces, bro. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Ghostface. I don't know what Mark said. Mark, what's up? Pac. Pac had jewelry. Pac died in 96. Pac was flossing his jewelry before Cash Money, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Let's keep it 100. Like, Pac might not have the 100 chains, but Baby said he started jewelry. So for Baby to say I started jewelry means I was the first one with jewelry. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Be right back. 7:30. I'm watching Pootie Tang. Birdman has a crazy ego. Think Suge. Yeah, Birdman has a crazy ego, bro. Even at the verses, right? Y'all know why Lil Wayne didn't show up at the verses? Lil Wayne didn't go to the verses because Turk wasn't at the verses. Turk and Lil Wayne is close. That's why Lil Wayne didn't go. Lil Wayne didn't go to the verses because Turk wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And Lil Wayne and Birdman, they ain't cool. They is not cool, bro. Lil Wayne and Birdman is not on talking terms. Look at the Cash Money tour. Lil Wayne was violating Birdman every chance he get. Did y'all see the clips of Lil Wayne cutting off Birdman in the middle of his speech? Did y'all see the clips of Lil Wayne walking off on Birdman? You know what I'm saying? Just y'all gotta pay attention, man. You know what I'm saying? Birdman, Lil Wayne is not cool. BG got on Breakfast Club the other day. I think it was Thursday or something. BG was in New York, past couple of days, and he made a appearance at the Breakfast Club, and BG tried to lie and say the reason and try to say the reason Lil Wayne ain't go to the verses because he was sick. Like, come on, man, come on, BG, we ain't gonna do that. It's turmoil between the whole Cash Money thing. Like, like somebody said in the comments, it's ego. Birdman got ego. BG got ego. Turk got ego. Nobody want to call each other. BG running to the internet. The same way he said, I ain't going to be on the internet doing this and dissing and dissing. BG on the internet dissing. He went to the Breakfast Club and he called Turk and his wife. What he said? They goofies or something? Goofies or clowns? Disrespected the man and his wife on the Breakfast Club, bro. BG, you disrespected the man and his wife treated you like a brother. And you at one point treated Turk wife as a sister. What happened? Money? Ego? Why do y'all gotta come to the internet to diss each other? Y'all got each other phone numbers. Call each other up, squash this, and get on a cash money, no limit tour. Cause it ain't gonna be no tour if Turk ain't there. If Turk ain't there, Lil Wayne is not gonna be there. Period. Lil Wayne is all for the whole group. That's the reason Turk was on the tour in the beginning. Lil Wayne said, if Turk is not on this tour, I'm not doing it. That's why Turk was there in the first place. Because Lil Wayne, he vouched for Turk, bro. So don't think a tour is gonna happen if BG and Turk is beefing. If Birdman and Lil Wayne is beefing. It's turmoil all across the thing, man. Turmoil all across that thing, man. This ain't the cash money that I grew up on, bro. This is not it. This ain't cash money, bro, that I grew up on as a child. I wanted to see these men be super rich and wealthy, but I wanted to see them do it together, man. Not beefing, bro. That's the reason we supported y'all. So y'all could be rich together. Happy, feeding your families, doing whatever. We ain't supported y'all for y'all to be like this. You on the verses, calling a man out his name, calling Turk a B word on the verses. Hold up. You mad at Turk for not showing up to the verses, so you called Turk out his name, but Lil Wayne didn't show up to the verses, and you said nothing about Lil Wayne. That's Birdman. Birdman at the end of the verses when he dissed Turk for not showing up or whatever. Why he ain't diss Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne ain't show up. Lil Wayne dissing you all across the board, but you got nothing to say about Lil Wayne, but everything to say about Turk. Too much ego, man. Too much ego and pride, man. Cash money millionaires. Y'all supposed to be on tour right now. I don't want to see. Listen, man. I was mad that Lil Wayne ain't at the verses. I'm like, where's Lil Wayne? Where's Turk? That's why y'all lost. Because y'all ain't had all y'all pieces. That's why No Limit won the verses. It showed togetherness. That's why No Limit was victorious. They was together. They had all their members. They had support. They they might not have talked to each other for years, but we're gonna come together on this one night. Y'all couldn't do that. Y'all couldn't call Turk and Lil Wayne to come together for one night. One night. Okay, y'all could go back to not speaking to each other, but y'all couldn't give us one night. Damn. One night. Y'all ain't gotta speak to each other. Just do your songs and leave. But y'all robbed the fans of that. So much ego and pride that y'all robbed the fans that y'all couldn't even stand on a stage together. Y'all couldn't even stand on the stage together. That's messed up. That's messed up. Because Turk would have brought so much energy to that thing, man. Turk is a firecracker. And so is Lil Wayne. BG is chilling. Kick back. Juvenile for the most part too. He kicked back. I like it, like, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I mean? That's Juvenile. Kick back. Lil Wayne and Turk is the firecrackers. That was the energy that y'all needed. The two pieces that y'all left out was the reason y'all lost. It was the reason y'all lost, bro. Lil Wayne and Turk was needed. Turk got a hot album out. If Turk would have came out in the verses and did you too, nigga, you too, you too. Now we start busting off his new singles. Then get back to it. Come on, bro. Then Lil Wayne come with his singles. Come on, gang. What are we doing here? Y'all missed the opportunity for Turk to perform his hot single. Y'all missed the opportunity. What? Y'all missed it. Because the ego cloud your judgment, bro. Yo, Clash Money. Oh man, he says Clash Money. Ain't that the truth, bro? Clash Money, bro. Clash Money out here, bro. Y'all missed the opportunity for Turk to turn up on that verses because y'all was too prideful. Okay, so what? Turk said what he said. Have a mediator. And y'all meet up, bro. And y'all cut all that internet stuff. Y'all going forward, just say, yo, listen, man. Okay, what y'all say? Woo, woo, woo. We gonna still have the internet. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna mention each other on the internet, whatever. And we go from there, bro. That's the man thing to do, bro. As a child, you're gonna keep it going. Y'all gonna keep going back and forth. Oh yeah, Tiki Raw, man. Tiki Raw, just you know what I'm saying? And then you got Birdman. Hey, I'm gonna mess with you when I want to mess with you, and you ain't promised tomorrow. What are you talking about, Birdman? I'm gonna mess with you when I want to mess with you. So I gotta be on hold. I gotta be on standby and wait till Birdman feel like he wanna mess with me. That's what he telling the world. That's what he said. The verses. He said, Turk, you call him you B word. I'm gonna mess with you when I want to mess with you, but you ain't said mess. You said the F word. I'll you when I want. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm Turk, I'm a man. I'm be like, what? I'm gonna take that some way. You mess with me when you want to mess with me. You think I'm some kind of possession? You think I'm some kind of thing you just pick up when you want to use for your convenience? You serious, bro? You think I'm some kind? You know what I'm saying? Come on, Birdman. You could have worded that better, man. You could have said that better. That whole thing was just anger. I heard it in your voice when you said turkey little, and you was angry, bro. Turkey little bitch. And I was like, yo, he angry, bro. How? How you angry, bro? How, bro? You know what I mean? You left him out. You know what I mean? You left me out. Why you angry at me? If I'm Turk, like, why you angry at me? You on the stage? You know what I mean? The world watching you. What you mad at me for? You calling me out my name? You mad at me for? I still don't know if Lil Wayne is, man. Man, yeah, I still on that man. That's internet stuff right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Birdman, you know what I'm saying? You missing a lot of money by not having Turk there, bro. You gotta understand. Some people ain't no yes man. Turk ain't no yes man. He gonna say what he gotta say, man. That's needed, bro. I mean, everybody else might be scared of you. Not everybody now might want to say something, but some people gonna say stuff, bro. You need those around you, bro. You need those live and direct men around you, bro. It's wake and bake. Yeah, but if I'm Turk, man, I ain't waiting for nothing, man. Yo, you know what I mean? You a household name, Turk. Don't wait for them, bro. Cause you wait for them. What if they never come around, bro? They trying to starve you, trying to storm me out. And I don't know how. We made millions together. We cash money millionaires. How you ain't gonna want to eat with me? We started this thing, man. We started this thing from the basement. We started this thing. White t-shirts, blue jeans. This is where we came from. Now we ain't speaking to each other. Come on, man. That's the wackest thing ever, man. That's the wackest thing ever, bro. And and it's trivial stuff. Like this is stuff that could be squared away, could be squashed, could be fixed with one phone call. Now, I mean, that's why it's crazy to me. This could be fixed with one phone call. That's it. This whole thing is fixed. That's how a lot of situations be, bro. One phone call, but nobody want to make the call. Nobody want to pick up the phone. That's the problem, bro. Nobody want to pick up the phone and say, yo, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's a word that a lot of people can't say. I'm sorry. A lot of y'all can't say that. Y'all got too much pride. Me? Say I'm sorry? Oh, no, I can never apologize. Come on, man. If you wrong, bro. You wrong, bro. I don't care how much money you got. Right is right, wrong is wrong, bro. Which rapper do you like to listen to? I like NBA Youngboy, man. I like to listen to NBA Youngboy. You know what I'm saying? But right now I'm in my old phase, man. Listen to the old greats. Like right now, I'm listening to 50 Cent, the old G Unit mixtapes. Like 50 Cent is the future. How about the old mixtapes? It's all on YouTube, man. It's all on YouTube. You type in 50 Cent mixtapes. So I'm on my mixtape stuff. I'm listening to DJ Clues right now. You know what I'm saying? DJ Clue was a DJ from Queens. You know what I'm saying? Got famous off mixtapes, which had a lot of different songs and different artists, who would freestyle on DJ Clue mixtapes. So, you know what I mean? I'm listening to mixtapes and you know what I'm saying? G units and I'm listening to, and yeah. And I was watching DMX concerts, man. So like I'm all over the place, man. I'm watching concerts, DMX. I'm listening to G Unit mixtapes. I'm listening to DJ Clue. But I like DMX live concerts, bro. Like his live concerts is what you know what I mean? I'm rocking with. This man was pissy drunk, bro. DMX, pissy drunk at the BB King's nightclub, bro. Pissy drunk. You can see it. Got the Henny bottle. He's staggering, bro. Staggering. Still performing. Not missing a lyric. Drunk as a skunk. I'm thinking he gonna fall over any second, bro. This is DMX. Not missing a lyric. Shirt off. Sweaty, when you drunk, that liquor have you sweating. So he's sweating crazy. My man got down. I guess that's his ritual. He got down and did 50 push-ups on his knuckles, bro. Pissy drunk. Performing. Tired. Staggering. He got down and did 50 clean push-ups on his knuckles. Locking out. Boom. Every one. Got back up. Started performing again. I'm like, damn. He's different, bro. DMX is different, bro. Like, the average rapper would have passed out, bro. You ain't doing all that. You passing out, bro. Drunk like that. Push-ups. While rapping. Get back up. Clean 50. Rapping. Different. So DMX live performances is different, bro. He always on top of the highest speaker. So he will climb up. Oh man, DMX keep his security guards working. If you work for DMX as security guard, you're gonna be earning a paycheck. DMX will climb on the highest speaker. And I'm scared for the guy. I'm watching like, damn, is this dude gonna fall to his death? I'm like, just Daredevil. That's DMX. He'll go to the darkest corner of the stage with the grimy people at the darkest corner. He over there. They working for their paycheck. Yeah, DMX. He pushed the limit, bro. Live performance. He climbed all the way up. And you know who does that also? Who climbs up on the speakers and stuff? 50 Cent. 50 Cent took a page out of DMX. Now 50 Cent, when he performs back in the day, you watch his old stuff. Now 50 Cent climbs on the speakers too. So, they'll push the envelope. Easy E, MC Ren, The Game. Shout out to them, man. That's West Coast. YG. YG, man. Listen, man. Shout out to YG, man. YG survived, man. YG survived where Nipsey fell. You know what I mean? YG was trying to bring the Crips and Bloods together. YG and Nipsey was trying to push a movement from both sides of the flag. YG on his side of the flag, B team, Nipsey on the C team. They came together. That's big for the West Coast. That's big for both sides, bro. To see YG and Nip come together. And it was, it was real love. It wasn't no music. It was genuine love, bro. Know what I'm saying? Shout out to them, bro. YG a real one. He survived, man, where Nipsey fell. So, you know what I mean? So he got to carry that flag for Nip. Last time that I checked, no smut on my rep. But I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Let me go charge up my phone. Y'all have a good morning. It's KVon, and I'm out. Peace. Last time that I